I'm Sarah.
And I'm Elizabeth, and we are LuLaRoe Shopping with Sarah and Elizabeth. And we are a mother and daughter team. And we wanted to make this tape today because there are...
Well, let's back it up. It's not a tape.
In my mind it is. Anywho.
Here, let me push play.
Okay, anyhow, we want to make this YouTube video because we get asked a lot of questions about starting the LuLaRoe business, and people see us do it and they want to know if they can do it, and of course you can.
Anybody can do it.
And so a lot of the questions that we get is, what about our husbands? How are we going to get our husbands on board about this?
I would say majority of husbands are never on board. Mine happened to be on board. Hers was not on board, and then we just looked at each other and were like, we're doing this. And so
no, he was on board, but he didn't. Oh, okay, go ahead and do your little business.
Yeah.
So that's how it was. He didn't really take it serious. We had a construction company, and we found LuLaRoe, and we decided we didn't want to do construction anymore because we were out of the home a lot, and she just had her 5th baby. So we found LuLaRoe and started this. So he was a little concerned because the money.
Yeah, but any business you do is going to cost money. So realistically, husbands will get on board when that money rolls in.
Well, and also their numbers, most of them, they need to see the numbers. And if your husband is uncomfortable about it, they can always reach out to our husbands, who are now definitely on board about doing LuLaRoe. Another question that we get is, how much does it cost?
$5,800
to buy. They have a new. It used to be where you didn't have to pick a package. You just picked so many items, and then there were 3 packages. And now they've got it down to one package.
And so
which I'm really excited about. You don't even have to think about it.
You just get your package, and it comes with all the #1 sellers. And
Deanne, the owner of LuLaRoe, she's been doing this for a long time. She's a professional, so she knows what sells. Absolutely. And that'll change by the season. It's the #1 item per the season, which is pretty smart. I wouldn't have thought of that.
Right, I wouldn't have either. I'd been like, oh yeah, sell skirts in the winter.
And then another question we get is, what if this doesn't work out? What if this is something happens in my life and I can't do it anymore, and I'm going to be stuck with all these clothes? Well, the great thing is that LuLaRoe will buy back your inventory at 85%. So you'll be out maybe $500-$600. And if it were me, I would sell it to the other consultants, because the consultants will pick up your inventory at wholesale and they'll pay the shipping, and probably within less than a week they'll do it.
Right.
There's Facebook groups that where consultants sell each other their inventory. So that's was really comforting to me as well. And another thing is, where do I put it?
In the closet. Like wherever you can make room, stack it in those boxes up, as high as you can get them. Like I live in a smaller house, and we took over my kid's room and shoved all the boxes, and you couldn't even walk in. And my husband, his place was the garage, and I took that over. And he was like, wait a minute, sister. And I'm like, listen, you got to move out of the way, buddy. So, anywhere you can shove those clothes,
it'll work. If you have a big house and a big room, that's great. If you live in an apartment and you have a closet, that works too. So, you don't have to put them on racks. We tell our new consultants to purchase 3 racks. But if you don't have room for it, you don't have to do that.
Nope.
You can just put it in a closet, just as long as you're organized as far as what that's in there. Another question that we get a lot is, what about oversaturation?
That doesn't happen here, because there are so many different prints
and fabrics.
And it's just unbelievable. So the person next door, if there's someone next door to you, they're not going to have the same stuff as you. And that's the my favorite thing about this company is that you are not competing with anybody but yourself. You know, if you want to work this business and go crazy and make a bunch of money, you have that opportunity. If you want to sit around and not really do much, that you have that opportunity to do that.
Right. So also I think about when I go out and I'm out at shopping or whatever I'm doing, I don't see LuLaRoe like everywhere. I mean, it's not very often. When I see somebody wearing LuLaRoe, you know, it's like high five.
Right? You're like, hey!
So there is, and everybody wears clothes.
Right? Like I mean, you know, and that's the other thing is, you know, is this going to last? Yeah, everyone needs clothing.
And they're always changing the fabrics, always changing the prints. And what she hit on a little bit is about we don't feel the competition because we go shop the other consultants' groups too, because we have our unicorns, what we want.
Right?
So, and they have theirs. And we help each other. Another thing that we get asked a lot is, I don't have any friends. I don't have a personality. I'm super shy.
I'm a mom. I don't get out, which is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's got fur animals, fur friends, and those fur friends don't wear clothes.
Well, anyhow. So, I mean, everybody has a personality, and everybody knows somebody. And even if you don't know somebody, you're interacting with people. If you go to the grocery store or, you know, McDonald's.
It's a snowball effect, honestly, because you hand out your business card or somebody hears that you're selling leggings or shirts or dresses, everyone's going to know about it.
Well, and wear the clothes. That's the number one thing. And as soon as you get a compliment, which you will.
Yeah, hand out your card.
Yeah. And I'm a very shy person. But doing this has kind of got me out of my shell. And I don't like seeing myself on video. It was very painful when we first started doing this. But I'm so glad that we did it because it helped me. It gave me
confidence.
Gave me some confidence. So,
I still don't like seeing my face on the camera, but you'll get used to it, or you don't have to do it. Whatever.
Yeah, if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. It's your business. It's completely up to you. Also, another question that we get is, what about those ugly prints? Really? Well, I will tell you that just because you think it's ugly, or I think it's beautiful, it's not. So they're just like they say. There's somebody for everybody.
I mean, we've gotten some ugly prints, and those are the first things to sell.
Yeah, I remember
and that was are they sure they want this?
I remember when we first started taking pictures, and when we got our inventory, Sarah had her baby the next day. And so I was upstairs taking pictures, and I was kind of tired. And I just remember putting, I think it was an Anna dress on this Nicole, and I thought, this is hideous. Are you
on the
kidding?
mannequin?
Did I say the Nicole?
Yeah.
Yeah, the mannequin. And it sold our next sale. I could not believe it. Not only that, is that other ladies were complimenting her on how beautiful it was.
And we were like,
what?
What?
So I mean,
awesome. Yeah.
So everything sells. It sells. Absolutely. And what I really love about this is the product sells itself.
Yeah, so I went into a consignment sale, and they had a bunch of distributors there, and I walk in and I'm wearing my leggings, and they're like, oh!
Didn't you do it because you were looking for kids' toys?
I was, and they didn't have anything, so I was not very happy. And so I was walking around, and like 4 people asked me, oh my gosh, are those LuLaRoe? I'm like, yeah. So I'm a consultant. Here's my card. You can come over and go shopping. And I ended up having a girl and her friend come up and shop, which was insane because I was just going down there to buy some toys for the baby, and then I brought some people up.
Right, and they spent like $300.
Yeah, and I was like, I could do
that
this all day long.
That took 10 minutes.
Right?
So another question that we get is, how long did it take us to pay that initial $6,000? So it took us 43 days. And we were not one of the consultants that as soon as we put it up on Facebook, it just went bonkers.
No, it was crickets, literally. Like, we had a bunch of people, 1,000 people on our page, and
that we added, that were our friends, that we thought, oh, we'll add all these people and they'll buy our stuff. No.
We had friends and family buy because they felt guilty. And so, yeah, we fell on our face, and
but that's okay, because we absolutely
a big learning experience.
And
for
at the
us.
time, our sponsor was on the cruise on a vacation, and we couldn't get a hold of her. And I just didn't understand social media. I didn't get it at all. But
You're talking to someone who didn't want a Facebook page and didn't know how to use it, didn't know how to do anything, and she was forced into it to stalk her child.
so I mean, it's pretty amazing. 43 days. That's all. That's what it took to make, and that includes what we had to spend in on the racks that we got and the hangers, those types of things.
And that's another thing is we actually have a to-do list, and that will be your lifesaver. Tell you where to get stuff, how to get it. I mean, that is an amazing tool. Instead of being like, so what do you use to print labels on?
Yeah, how do you ship? What do you use?
Where and what is a poly mailer?
Yeah, because we just didn't know anything about it. So we have an itemized list that we give our new Lula babies that sign up, and also we help them. We have a list on what to do and what social media sites to, exactly, they know what to do. So when their inventory comes, they're ready
to rock and roll.
So right now it takes about 2.5 months to get your inventory. But I think with this new package where they're just doing one starter kit, I think it's going to speed the process up, which is great. Also, another thing is, when we started, it took about 8 to 10 days to get our inventory. Not the first inventory, but when we started selling. So we had a sale every week in our Facebook group, and our sale was on Thursday. And so on Friday we would make the order because things had sold, but then we didn't get our inventory till the following
Monday.
Yeah, so we'd miss the next sale day.
It was 8 to 10 days out, and so we were like, ugh. But they were like,
they're on it now.
They got a new warehouse, so they're rocking and rolling, and they're doing same day.
Same day, yeah. You order. Before it was you order, and it took 5 days for them to get it ready to ship. Because they're a growing company.
And then 3 days to get to us. So it took.
So now you order before 2 o'clock, and it gets shipped that day. So 3 days. That's just started last week. I'm so excited about that because because we do in-home pop-ups, and we do various sales, and it was kind of sucked a little bit that it waited 8 days. But now we're pretty excited about it, about the getting our inventory quickly. Also, you determine your own success. So you work as much as you want to work, and you make as much money as you want to make, which is great. I mean, maybe all you need to do is need an extra couple $100, and you only have 5 or 6 hours a week. That's absolutely fine. You can totally do that. Maybe you want to quit your job and do this full time. You can absolutely do that. It's up to you.
It's completely up to you.
Yeah. And what I love about it is because you have the clothes, and they, like we had said before, they sell themselves. It's super fun. It's, I keep saying it's super easy, but it is. It's work, and it's hard work.
Anything you do is work. I mean, being at work is work.
But it's fun. I don't feel like I'm really actually working because
let me tell you what happens here. So we get our boxes in, and who's trying them all on? That one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, could you get out of the clothes?
But I have to do that. It's just like when you're a waitress and you have to try all the food. just saying.
And then I have to beat her with a stick to tell her to put those clothes back. I'm like, could you put that on the rack? We have to take photos.
So if you'd like to learn more about LuLaRoe, go ahead and contact us. And our email is LuLaRoeSarahCha@gmail.com.
And we'll leave a link at the bottom on the comments.
And our Facebook group is LuLaRoe Shopping with Sarah and Elizabeth.
So, if you want to check us out.
Have a great day.
Bye.